Good morning, world. Good afternoon, good evening, depending on what part of the world you're watching this my live broadcast from. This is my live broadcast number 90. My name is Amahaotu from Lagos, Nigeria. Before I go into my topic of the day, I have to remind all of us that we are in the distribution phase, and it is about this distribution phase that I want to talk about today. Distribution phase of TBC. What are we distributing? We're distributing wealth and well-being of the people. We're distributing means of exchange to people, free of charge to everybody who wants to get away from poverty and slavery. That is what we are distributing in TBC. And we're distributing it in form of gringos. Gringos is a type of cryptocurrency used for exchange of goods and services. In the normal person's balance, it's money. It's money, but we don't want to call it money so that you will not misunderstand it and think it's the fiat money. The general money that is peddled around that has no basis. Just as somebody wakes up in the morning and says, print $1 billion, print 1 billion naira. That is fiat money. Money just made out of declaration that has no backbone, that has no value. TBC coin or Grecos is different from this because it's money based on living human beings, the most valuable item in this world. Our money is based on human beings. The backbone is living human beings. Every human being that joins our relation comes in with 1 grain of gold. So you can understand why our money is quite different from the ones you used to know, or the ones all of us used to know, or the ones we are all using presently, which has been programmed to collapse. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to understand that it has been programmed to collapse and is on the verge of collapsing. So the earlier you move into TBC economy, the better for you. Because by the time it collapses, all the fiat currency paper you have in your hand will be worthless. But TBC is a private means of exchange. The Grecos is very valuable because it has a living worth, it has a value. And it is being used by 1 billion people all over the world. 1 billion people. And by the time these fiat currencies collapse, TBC will surely more than 1 billion people. So we're at the phase of distributing this wealth now to people. I look at TBC as something more than means of exchange. It's a way of life. It is a philosophy. Because this means of exchange that transcends the boundaries of race, the boundaries of countries, the boundaries of color, the boundaries of religion. It's a unifying element. It's a unifying means of exchange. And if it's a unifying means, it's just, all these currencies are made from divide and rule system. Every small enclave that calls itself a country prints its own currency, its own money. the wicked elites of the world have balkanized and partitioned the world into small groups where they will be leading and ruling, and then they create their own fiat money that has no base for people to use for their means of. And in that system, 1% of the population dominates 99% of the economy, while 99% of the economy runs after 1% of what belongs to everybody. So, but in TBC, we are giving this money free of charge. It's going out to everybody free of charge so that the poor people will have no excuse for remaining poor anymore. If you remain poor now, it's because you want to remain poor. You have no excuse because an avenue has been made possible for you to escape. A platform has been set up for you to enrich yourself, become rich, because the mission of TBC is to eradicate poverty worldwide and create abundance. Create abundance that God has already made for us. TBC is harnessing that abundance and making it public, making it open to everybody who wants to escape poverty, wretchedness, and slavery. So, having said that, the question now is, how do we really do this distribution? There are many ways we do it by recruiting new members, mostly because we are on the march to our 1 billion membership. We recruit new members. We recruit members by simply bringing in our friends and well-wishers, our brothers and sisters, our families. And then we go to other people and ask them to join. We bring in merchants. But as we are doing this, most of us are employed. We don't have the time to go after this all-important task of quickly getting 1 billion people so that TBC economy will quickly take off in earnest and all of us will be happy. The whole world will be happy. So since we are employed, we cannot concentrate on this job. So admin has made it possible that we should do cash flow. That is, we should have the possibility of earning a living while we are distributing this money. You see, to earn a living is not an easy task. You have to acquire the skills to earn a living. You have to acquire the skills. Because what we are doing in this vision phase is purely marketing. There's no physical weightlifting job or practical job involved. It's purely marketing. And most of us are not marketers. I am not a marketer, for example. I'm an engineer. So you have to learn the skills of marketing. And admin has set all this up and simplified it for us. You just need to duplicate. You just need to copy and paste. You don't need to think and begin to reinvent the wheel. You don't need to do anything on your own. You just copy the procedure that is set down. But in copying that procedure, a lot of people do not understand how it goes. So, those leaders among us who have been here, who have studied the whole admin system, have set up coaching institutions where you go and learn how to cash flow. Now, admin is telling us to take it easy with our learning period. We should not rush it. That is where I'm going now. So let me share my screen and go to a write-up admin made about rushing to be independent in cash flowing. So let me go there. Let me share my screen now. Let me share my screen. We shall go there. Ladies and gentlemen, you know that it is imperative as a Tbc to go to the blog every day. Go through the blog every day, learn it, study it, make it a part of your daily routine. You make it part of your daily routine. I am not going, I will not go through the process of reviewing the blog of today, because I really want us to look at this thing admin said about our being apprentices or learning how to catch flow, because a lot of people are rushing it. So this an instruction admin gave to our big brother leader, Randy Wilson, for the same button meeting of the 4th of February 2019. You know that if you want to attend the same button meeting, you must have paid your admin fee. Your send button must have been turned on. And this English send button meeting hosts every Monday by 7 a.m. Pacific time. Prompt. So, and if you are a good Tbc, you must attend this same button meeting. And as usual, admin does not ask us to do anything without compensating us for it. This send button meeting that lasts approximately 1 hour. You, after send button meeting, Randy Wilson gives the word of the week, and then if you log it into a Crinkle back office, you get 1 million cookies for attending send button meeting. And that is a lot of money, my dear friends. So in that same button meetings, this is where it is announced the leader Randy Wilson will be hosting the same button live broadcast on Monday, February 4th, 2019 at 7 a.m. Pacific time. If you do not have a send button on, you are not allowed into the meeting. But those of you who do have a send button, do not share this link with anyone else. The link will be available at 6:45 a.m. on Monday, February 4th, inside the Crinkle Cash back office. The meeting starts promptly at 7 a.m. Pacific time. Show up and collect up to 1 million cookies. So you see, only those who are real members of Tbc, because you can only be real member of Tbc if you have paid an admin fee. Then you belong to the inner circle of the Tbc community. And during the same button meeting, a lot of things are discussed. A lot of things that do not appear in the blog because admin sends instruction already in advance to these gentlemen who are holding the same button meeting. Don't forget that we have same button meeting also on Tuesdays for other languages, Hindi and all those other languages, French and all the other ones, which we are all advised also to attend. Because every same button meeting you attend, you get 1 million cookies. So you can even acquire up to 6 million cookies in a week attending somebody meetings. So, but now look at what is written here, admin wrote here. What is TBC confidential? Because during that meeting, TBC confidentials are discussed and are announced. You can see where you are asked to keep quiet because you are not allowed to divulge the TBC confidentials to people who are not members and who are not having their crinkle back, the same button turned on. So I can't tell you. You need to attend a same button meeting to find out. So I am also not going to tell you because it's a taboo to tell anybody what are TBC confidentials. So let's go straight to the blog of admin on this hosting. Hosts, I like to bring some clarity to why admin and the type of blockchain we use are unknown. Short answer is security is very expensive. TBC is rolling out and not fully developed at this time, yet it is highly functional today. The admin fee is ridiculously low to help to keep the barrier to entry into the TBC community very low. So $10 is the admin fee, ladies and gentlemen, where you get values of billions and millions of dollars. The only amount you are asked to pay is $10. It's ridiculously very low. But it is done because the aim of admin is to eradicate poverty. Billions of people are poor. So if you raise the admin fee, they may not be able to join. And then the poverty will continue. You will not achieve the mission of TBC. The mission of TBC is to eradicate poverty worldwide and bring in abundance. So that's why admin has made it very, very low for people to join the TBC community. We are on a mission to help the poor rise out of poverty. So we have kept the costs down as much as possible to run a sustainable operation. Remaining unknown reduces the chances of attacks so that we can continue to grow organically. As funds grow, so will our tech and admin structure, and with enough fund, high levels of security can be put into place. We are self-funded operation. On the 4 grams of admin fee, 4 grams of gold is admin fee. If you translate it, it's $10. We are debt-free. We are self-regulated. We are private. We are self-regulated. We are private. And we are debt-free. We don't owe anybody anything. The small money, the small admin fee we pay, admin is using it so judiciously that it's using it to keep this very big platform functioning, fast, reliable, trustworthy. So we should always give kudos to admin. It's an angel sent to us by God, because he's a self-made millionaire and still he sits down to think of the poor of this world, the wretched of this world, the deprived of this world. So I don't know what else a human being can do for the other. So it continues here. Imagine paying full price for a professional plumber while getting the result of a novice, apprentice, plumber, helper. You pay for a full-fledged professional plumber and then you get the service of a novice, an apprentice, a helper plumber. You will not be happy. That could happen if a partially trained plumber decides to become an independent business operator. And advertise that he could take care of all your plumbing needs. And after you hired him, he discovered your plumbing needs were more complicated than what he expected. He may fool you and you end up paying full price for a scrappy job. And a day later, you come home to a basement that is flooded. How is that going to make you feel? That's the question. You hired a professional plumber, a fake, an apprentice, immature, inexperienced helper. Apprentice plumber comes to your job. Without even knowing, you pay fully, and the day after you come home to a basement flooded with water. So admin is asking you, how will you feel? We just completed an extension of a redeem period, and now thousands of you have tens of millions of dollars of TBC in your wallet. For some of you, the amount in your wallet makes you think that you are completely ready to break off and they become independent and can get 100% from the coins that you move into the hands of others. Yeah, you remember we have just finished the extended period of redeem period, and those who have redeemed their coins, many of us now have a lot of coins, billions of dollars in our wallets. So with that in our pockets now, most of us, we believe we have made it. We are now strong enough. We can now go out and become cash flow masters. That is just like that apprentice who thinks he can do it because he watched his master do a few jobs and then he breaks away and thinks he can do plumbing, while in reality he has not mastered anything. So you may think this way because you simply have enough of your own coins to justify it. But are you truly ready to be completely independent? Are you a sponsoring machine? If yes, then you are ready to be independent. But if you cannot bring new people into TBC every day and know how to overcome objections that do come with it, sometimes, then you are not a sponsoring machine. Hopefully, you are partnered with someone who is a sponsoring machine. If so, keep working with them in a partnership until you too become a sponsoring machine. You are not limited on how many partners you have. You can always upgrade. yeah, training by setting up with a member that is a sponsoring machine. So admin is advising us not to rush into being independent because we have seen a lot of coins in our wallets. We should be sponsoring machine. That is, are we able to bring in new members who pay the admin fee and do transaction every day? Because if they do transaction every day, you have money in your hand and you can live nicely and be able to pursue our aim of distributing the wealth, getting in new members so that we get to our destination in a record time. Consider the alternative. If you don't learn how to become a TBC sponsoring machine, then your TBC income will be very random and you will still have to have a job to survive. Yeah. If you're not a sponsoring machine and earning every day, you will still have to take a job to survive, and then you will not have the full time for TBC distribution. If you are like most people that have a job, then you don't like the work, even though you can do it. You don't like the hours, and you hate how low your pay is to do that job. As a TBC sponsoring machine, you set your own hours, and in about 1 hour, you can earn a full day's income, but you may not be completely comfortable with the process of prospecting and then closing clients on TBC, because you may have to deal with rejections and other things that come along with this effort. So weigh this out in your mind. Work equals money. Do you keep doing job that gobbles up your entire day, or do you learn to get past the things that seem uncomfortable with TBC today, so that you become a TBC sponsoring machine? After all, TBC has already turned you into a millionaire. How are you going to pay next week's bills from the job or TBC? If you take TBC serious, then it will seriously change your life for the better. Yes, if you take TBC seriously and face it as a daily occupation, distributing, bringing new members, going through with them, teaching them on how to become real members, to duplicate a system already on ground, and becoming a cash flowing machine, then you will be having a very good life. Because if you are earning $3,000-4,000 every day, you surely be living a very good life. Especially people from this part of the world in which I am. Even earning $100 every day is enough for an ordinary Nigerian to live a very happy life. So once you become a sponsoring machine, you then can transition and become a partnering machine, and will know how to fully train your partners to become sponsoring machines too. That's how it works, guys. Don't rush it. Make sure you know what you are doing before becoming a partnering machine. Having enough coins is not all that it takes to be a successful Tbc. We are in the distribution phase, and we need to get our membership to expand and grow exponentially. But that won't happen if everyone rushes through their training. If you know what you are doing, you can light a fire and keep it burning. So this is another plug where admin is advising us about lighting a fire, and that one fire will set the whole bush ablaze, and everybody will be rushing to join, and you'll be making your money, being a successful cash flowing sponsoring machine. Once that fire is blazing, you will be doing several transactions per hour, and you will experience incredible wealth pouring into your household. Sure beats a low paying job, right? Yeah. A sponsoring machine beats a low paying job because you'll be making money daily. Like our leaders and most of our brothers who have mastered the cash flowing system and sponsoring machines now. So you are advised, it doesn't matter how long, like myself, I've been long in Tbc, I've not been paying very good attention to cash flowing because I've been concentrating on the poor. I've even been paying their admin fee and all that. But now from what I learned by joining our brother Mbe of Cameroon, Derek of Cameroon, is a Tbc to the moon training course. I've learned that we are about to uplift the poor and the wretched, the unemployed, but we should start with ourselves first. We should work with those who can pay our transactions, pay at least $100 and keep our body and soul together. Then we shall, when we are a good example to those poor ones, they will listen to us and join us, and then we shall uplift them and bring them to the path of abundance and happiness in Tbc. So it is expedient, my dear brothers and sisters, that we should not rush into becoming independent now and becoming cash flow masters or sponsoring machines when we have not learned the rudiments. You see, it's one thing to bring in people, it's another thing to keep them. To keep them and guide them until they become full members of Tbc is not easy. A lot of them, you bring them in, by the time they see their cookies, they tell you, okay, where is the money? They want to cash out, they wanted this. You must know how to go about it. That's the skills you learn from the sponsoring machines. Those are leaders that are cash flow masters, like Randy Wilson, like Mbe Derek, like Stephen Coffey, and many others. You will have the skills of handling these fellows, and they become knowledgeable in our private contract community, our private organization. It's not easy because they want you at once to give them that 2,000 naira worth of cookies and they go to the shop and spend it. But that is not the aim of TBC. Our aim is to become a member of our organization, and we work with you, and by the time we have got to our destination, you become a merchant, you will recruit people, and then we begin to uplift the world. We begin to eradicate poverty and unemployment worldwide. That is the aim. The aim is not just to make a millionaire and you run away and go and use the money and become a poor man later. No. The aim is that you be a rich man and remain rich and uplift those that are downtrodden, those that have no hope, those who don't know how to go about it. You uplift them, you show them the way, and the world is lifted up and abundance is created. Everybody is happy, everybody is good. Thank you, my dear fellows. Please don't rush to become independent. Go through your tutorials, go through your masters, let them give you their blessing and say, now go in peace. And don't forget, by the time you are partnering with somebody, he is the one who will be giving out his own klingons. And then you are getting 50% just for bringing people. You're just an agent. But as your agent, you are learning. He's teaching you how to do it, how to relate with people, how to talk with people, how to manage people. These are special skills a millionaire, a billionaire needs. And admin wants us to have these skills before we get to our destination. Because by then, he will be expecting us to be able to quickly clear the unemployment on the streets. And we can only do that when we have merchants. That's why the sponsoring machines are educating us now on how to bring in merchants to become our members, because we need merchants to be able to really get people off the ground, get unemployment eradicated in the world. So you have to be able to become a super managing director, a director of big organizations, because having billions in your account and millions in your account makes you a very wealthy man, and you cannot be useful to TBC if you are not using that wealth properly. If you are just using it for your own selfish aim, just like the elites, they are greedy and you are myopic in their way of doing things, then you are not a good TBC. Admin is teaching us to be very good human beings. Use what we have to help God create a very good world for everybody to live in. And you can only do that when you have the skills. You must have the skills. You don't just get it by having money. No. Admin makes you wealthy, but you have to learn the skills from your sponsors, your sponsoring machines, your cash flowing machines, which are your leaders, and they will teach you the skills to use to be able to do the job a TBCian is expected to be. That is eradicate poverty, because you have to employ people, you have to create companies, you have to create organizations where people are massively employed. You have to lift people, you have to be able to create your own bank, TBC bank in which you give money if you're a billionaire to the millionaires among us, and then we use the money to recruit people, and we shall get to the target. The target is not only having 1 billion members, the target is eradicating poverty worldwide and creating abundance. Thank you, my fellow TBCians. I see you again. Bye for now. Amore et reverare. Amore et reverare. Love and respect to all of you. Bye now.